Hey guys, it's Easy here, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys once again. Happy New Year to each and every one of you, to my subscribers on Substack, Happy New Year, to my subscribers on YouTube, Happy New Year. And if you're just stumbling across this video for the first time, feel free to go down to the subscribe button and hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for more videos where we talk about consciousness, perception, the metaphysical, philosophy, and all that, because in the sense of how I try to use synesthesia as a form of alchemy to show the connection and the new sensory experience that comes between ourselves, between sensories as synesthesia, between the world and the cosmos at large. And today we're going to be heading into a new discussion, not really new in the sense of it is in relation to the last video post that was dropped that was talking about attention as alchemy, but today we're going to be talking about how that actually comes into play in the sense of the cartography of how it's been written. And before I get straight to that, because I always like to touch on the concept of God in the sense of the idea or the knowledge or the wisdom of God is something that's been talked about for thousands of years and for centuries, in the sense of how we are trying to understand ourselves and how intentionality has a role to play in understanding and getting connected to this divinity or this divine. That is all I always try to tie to the concept of God, as to how with the concept of intentionality and being connected to the idea or this entity or this knowledge of God in the sense as intentionality in anything we do, be it between the mundane tasks of just walking, of cooking, of using the restroom. It also goes to our body and the mechanics of how it works, be it intentional or not, like your heartbeat, like your liver digesting. Those have a lot of neurons and a lot of activities going inside our body that even if we don't notice it, but it actually brings about the functioning of our human body, and it has been so burned in us for thousands of years that it might become easy to overlook, and then gratitude erodes. But in understanding this fact is how gratitude actually finds place, because with gratitude we get to appreciate it, and gratitude, there's an aspect of intentionality to gratitude, and that is all I try to point at when I talk about this idea of God and the connection with Him, and how intentionality plays a role in actually spending time even to learning skills, and also should be devoted and looked upon when you want to have a connection with God, as I always try to portray. And today I'm going to be talking about something in relation to my previous post. It's going to be titled, it's going to be called the Cartography of Attention, as in front of how it is written on us, how we acting with attention, and how it has been acting on us, and the written story behind it. And that is what I'm going to be touching about today. And the core idea behind this video I'm going to put out is that attention powerfully shapes our experience of reality, but it is not the whole story. We do not only render the world through what we notice, but the world also acts on us, exceeds us, and forms us in a way beyond our choosing, meaning it's co-created in the meeting point between our attention and a reality that already exists, independent yet living. Attention shapes meaning. And in the essence of this is that reality shapes us. Life is a conversation between the two, between reality and within our attention. And this is what we're going to be discussing below in them, because I like to express my ideas, and what I try to talk, I like to express it in poetry, in short poem, prose, or short write-up. And as I read, I hope you enjoy listening. And I'm going to read now, and stay tuned. They say what you attend to becomes the world, but the other half of the truth stands patiently in the doorway and clears its throat. Listen, not everything waits for your noticing. Not everything waits for your noticing. Not everything asks to be named. Some things simply are, like mountains. They're called mountains. I've always been mountains. Grief, I've always been grief. The starlight arriving from stars already gone, like dead stars shining the light. They're already there. Attention is powerful, yes, but it is not the author of the cosmos. It is the small lamp we carry into rooms that we are already built. We do not only shape reality, reality also shapes us, with seasons, with accidents, with events that just arrive, like love arriving uninvited, like losses that never ask for permission. Sometimes the world writes on you without your consent. Sometimes the lessons is carved, not chosen. We speak so much of lenses, and we speak so much of lenses that we forget the light. We speak so much of maps that we forget the terrain cuts past, scrape knees, and outlast us. Your nervous system predicts, yes, but the storm still blows the roof off without checking your powers. Your mind renders meaning, yes, but your body still grows old. Cells turn errant, hands tremble, breath leaves, and with or without interpretation. It is just what is. This is the half we rarely sing. That life is not a single player rendering engine. Life is not a single player rendering engine, nor merely a shared dream, but a conversation with something that does not need us to exist, and yet mysteriously keeps including us. You don't want to be in it, but it keeps drawing your attention, like it keeps including you. There are forces that do not care what stories we tell about them, and yet somehow they still speak in stories. Call it gravity, call it God, call it statistics, call it the fact that the tides does not ask whether we feel change already. Call it culture, call it nature. Attention is not the king, it is the emissary. It goes out to meet what is more ancient than attention itself. And here's the strange mercy, even what we ignore keeps loving us in its own dangerous way. The heart beats without our gaze, the liver cleanses blood without applause. The earth turns even when we forget it's turning, like the earth is always spinning, they say, and there's kindness older than focus, a grace that requires no spotlight. Maybe the work is not only to choose but to receive, not only to render but to be rendered true, not only to pronounce meaning but to be open to the ineffable, to the unsayable, like a letter addressed to you from the dark. Perhaps the world does not brighten around a steady gaze. Perhaps sometimes the gaze softens because the world is already brightened. And you are not just the author of the page. You are also the paper. You are also the ink. You are also the hand that trembles a little as it writes. Attention is powerful, but the other half of the equation is this: there is a reality that keeps happening even when you are closing your eyes, and somehow, astonishingly, it includes you anyway. And that is the end of my little poem, and I hope you enjoyed listening. And if you find such videos interesting, feel free to leave your comments in the replies so that we can learn and grow together as a people and as a community. Wishing each and every one of you a beautiful day, an amazing weekend, and a beautiful year. Bye for now.